What is up, guys? I hope someone's up today. I'm about to do something that I haven't done in a long time, and that's gonna be, well, I've never done this, actually done a live review of a phone. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys my review of the Essential phone PH1. I want to wait for people to join the stream real quick. All right, so I have the chat pulled up, and I'm gonna go ahead. I see we have 2 people watching. Let me get the pop-out chat. Let me share this link out too. Give me a second, guys, to get this all set up. Chingo Bling in the building. What's going on, Chingo Bling? I'm about to do something I've never done, and that's gonna be a live review of any phone. I've never done a live review of any phone. So I got the chat pulled up. Let me make this smaller right here so I can put it side by side and I can read everybody's comments. All right. So TJ, what's up, TJ? TJ's in the building. I'm just trying to get everything set up real quick. I got 5 people watching now. D Star in the building. What's good, D Star? D Star in the building. I got some music playing in the background. I got my spec sheet pulled up. We're about to get into this real quick. And I'm going to be totally honest as far as the Essential phone goes and how it's been working out for me and ever since I got it. Okay, so I got the chat pulled up again. Let me share this link out real quick. I forgot. I always forget to do that. Let me go to Twitter. Boom. It's kind of early, so I don't expect a lot of people to be here. Okay, that one's out. I'll go ahead and do Facebook real quick. And the Essential phone, man, it's a real good phone, man. I'm gonna get into that right now. And let me see, Google Plus. All right, I got my links all set up, ready to go. And can you guys hear the audio real good? Okay, the Essential phone PH1. Here it is right here. The table shakes a little bit, but I got this phone, I say about 2 weeks ago is when I first picked it up. And I've been rocking with it ever since then. There's a lot of things that I like about it, and there's a couple things that I don't like about it. I've mentioned them previously in other videos. If you follow me or if you're subscribed to my channel, you probably already seen my issues with it. But it does have, what is it, a 5.7 inch display. You can see how crisp that display is. The display is beautiful. I don't have any issues with the display. As far as when it comes to outdoor visibility, the display is very viewable. It is IPS LCD, and check it out. We do have that camera notch at the top, and at the bottom we do have a small bezel, which is pretty nice. Doesn't have a 3.5mm headphone jack, which I wish it did have. In the beginning, I said that I always use Bluetooth headphones, but you know, every now and then I catch myself trying to plug this into wired headphones. So I do wish that it did have a wired or 3.5mm headphone jack. That is one thing that I wish it did have. Other than that, it's been working out pretty good. It's running stock Android 7.1 Nougat out of the box, and it is set to get Oreo pretty soon. There's already a beta out, so you can see what it's actually running. It's actually running Nougat 7.1.1 with the November 6th security patch, or November 5th security patch, and it is set to get Oreo really soon. So that is something that I am highly anticipating, which is Oreo, and that is something that a lot of people are very interested in. As far as updates go, updates are a must when it comes to Android, because there's so much fragmentation on Android that updates, they need to be out there. They need to push updates. Let me see. Another thing that I want to talk about is stock software that it's actually running. It's very bare bones stock. You can see you do have the swipe over to get into the Google cards. So you got Google Now here. You do have the Google Assistant. If you long press the home button, she pops up and works great. Very stock. You can add widgets. You can customize widgets on your home screen. As far as this particular launcher goes, this is the stock launcher that comes with it. So it's a good launcher. You just can't do a whole lot of customizations on it. As far as changing your icons, or the icons, you can move them all around wherever you want, but as far as changing them and customizing them, you need to go with another launcher, which I would recommend Nova Launcher. Nova Launcher is real nice. Works real good on here. I'm not too sure if it's fully updated for the whole screen resolution yet. Last time I checked, it was not. But yeah, customability on this phone, there's not a lot of customization on this phone. So you can customize, like I said, using Nova Launcher, but it's like pure stock Android. I'll go into settings and show you that. Let me turn my brightness down just a little bit. That you can, there's not a lot of whole customization. So that's one of the first things that I saw. Even with custom ROMs like Lineage OS or CyanogenMod, ROMs of that nature had a whole bunch of more customization. Even I believe the Pixel launcher has a little bit more customization than the launcher that's on here. So you can see we have display, notifications, sounds. So it does have real nice sounds, and you can see the storage capacity on here is actually 128 gigabytes of internal storage with 4 gigs of RAM, and it's actually running the Snapdragon 835. The thing's a beast when it comes to performance. And I did play a couple games on here. I'm not a huge gamer on it, so as far as gaming performance and lag, I haven't seen any lag on it. It's really been an excellent phone so far that I've used it. And let me see, the battery capacity is a 3040 milliamp battery, which it may not seem like a real big battery capacity, but I've been able to use this all day and go to bed and still have, like I said, maybe 30% left over. So the battery life is pretty good. I say it's about the same as the iPhone 10, which I'm recording this video on. So it's about the same battery life as far, with my usage. So battery life, it's gonna last you all day. I did disable, I think I disabled, let me see, I disabled one thing that I want to clear up here. The ambient display, you can see that is disabled. I think that's about the only thing that I turned off, and I've been getting actually better battery life. So every time you pick this phone up, it will light up the display with the ambient display on, wake screen when you receive a notification. So that does consume a lot of battery, so I'm just pointing that out. You disable that, you will get massive battery gains. And also, what else have I done on here? You can also go into location services and change your locations down to battery saver on, which is what I did right there, and also got better battery life. So a couple things you can do to tweak it out to get better battery life. But you can see that it is very, very stock Android. It's like the most purest. There's really no customizations on here. If I find something, I'll let you know. But let's see, we have storage, battery, like I said, 4 gigs of RAM, and then we have a support tab right here, which if you tap on it, it'll bring you up to the Essential website support page. I guess it's like a community where you can go there and get help if you have any issues with it. So I thought that was pretty cool. And that is support. And then the only customizable features that I did see on here is gestures. You can see it right there. Gestures, if you go into gestures, this is about the only customization that you can do with the Essential phone. So you can actually use the swipe for notifications. You can use a fingerprint sensor now to swipe down, which when I first got the phone, it didn't have that. So it's been updated like back to back. So they actually incorporated that with their latest update. You can double press the power button to open up the camera quickly, and then you can lift to check phone. That's another thing that I have disabled. So if your phone's laying flat and you just pick it up, it'll light up the display and to show you your content. That's pretty nice. You can use that. I myself, I'm really not into it. I don't need see my notifications like that all the time. So I got a smartwatch that I use, which is a LG G Watch R, which I have paired to this. And I just glance at my wrist to see my notifications. I don't need my display to light up. So KB in the building, what's going on? And what else is here? As far as customization, gestures is the only thing you're going to get on the Essential phone. Let me see, security. If you go into the security, here you can set up the fingerprints and all that on the back. I can say that the fingerprint reader on the back is very fast. It's very accurate. I haven't had any hiccups with it whatsoever. It always unlocks the phone 99% of the time. Let's go back, and then we have an Essential tab right here. So this is the only thing that you're going to see in settings, and it's the Essential. You go in there, and it basically usage and diagnostics. It collects information. If you want to send information to Essential, you can enable it or disable it. What's up, Shiri? If you don't, you don't have to. And then we do have the accounts, and that's about all there is as far as customization. What I did find out, what I was using was a System UI Tuner, which I was able to enable simply by swiping down your notifications till you get to your toggles, and then you long press the little gear icon and it will enable System UI Tuner. And in there, I'll show you what you can do. You go into System UI Tuner. In there, you got a couple options there. This is probably about a little bit more customization that you could do on the Essential, but there's really not a whole lot of features as far as customizing the Essential phone. So that's the first thing that I noticed when I got it out of the box. I figured it would, it would be a little bit more customizable, but it is purely bare bones stock Android. Not a whole lot of features here, guys, and that's just me letting you guys know that. So we have the status bar in the System UI Tuner. You can tweak a little bit of things here. They say you can play with it. It's not something that is guaranteed to work at all times. So, I have played with it here and there, and I was able to, I don't know if you could see that, but I was able to get my battery percentage in the battery icon. So I got that going on. What's up, Big House? Big House Productions in the building. What's going on? So build quality is another thing that you guys are going to love about the Essential phone. I think I'm still not able to get cases for this phone simply because I love the in-hand feel. So the in-hand feel of the Essential phone is, I don't know what it is. I think it's this rubberized ring that goes around the screen, and it separates the titanium from the glass. That right there feels real good. What's your thoughts on the OnePlus 5T? I did a live stream on that yesterday. So as far as the in-hand feel, the build quality, the materials used on here, this thing is top dog. I think the screen to body ratio is one of the top. I think it's #1 if I'm not mistaken, which is 85% screen to body ratio, which is just incredible. Let me see. It is just, I think it's the #1 phone right there. It does weigh 185 grams. It does also come with 2 dual cameras in the back, and I believe they're both 13 megapixels. Let me double check. I keep getting these confused. So there's, so we have 2 13 megapixel cameras on the back, and one is monochrome. So that's kind of strange. There's not a telephoto lens on here. It's just monochrome, black and white. Thought that was kind of weird that they did that with this phone, but I really haven't used it. I'll be honest, I haven't used the monochrome, at all, basically. I like my pictures and videos in color, so I haven't really used the monochrome at all. So that's one thing that I like to point out there. But 128 gigabytes of internal storage, 4 gigs of RAM, Snapdragon 835, premium build quality, beautiful display, 5.7 inch. You also have the ability to add a 360 camera. I've heard the camera is not the greatest. I don't even think it's worth 200 bucks, to be honestly. I've seen some video footage on it, and it's not impressive whatsoever to me. So that's something that I was going to pick up, and I decided just to pass it up. So overall, this phone is definitely a real good phone in 2017. I believe that at the price point where it first came out, which was 700 bucks, was a heck no from me. I was definitely not going to pay $699 for this phone, being that it is the first generation, and that I really didn't know a lot about the company. EM in the building. I really didn't know a lot about the company, so I decided no way. It wasn't even on my radar. I'll be totally honest, it wasn't even on my radar for 700 bucks. But as soon as the price dropped to $499, I jumped on it right away. I figured that was a great starting point to pick up this device. So I've been rocking with it ever since. Ryan in the building. Battery life is real good. Ryan, that you asked me the question now. The battery life is real good. I've been able to get a full day's worth of battery life with on-screen time. I'm going to say on-screen time average. The average on-screen time that I've been getting on this phone, 5 hours. 5 hours on-screen time average. That's what I've been averaging out every day. When I was using it heavily. So 5 hours of on-screen time is a breeze. You'll be able to get that. Like I said, it will last you all day if you turn off some of the features I mentioned before, which is ambient display and raise to wake. If you disable those two features, you disable them, battery life is definitely going to shoot. It's going to give you a full day's battery life with ease, no problem. You may even have 35% left over, but if you keep those features on, it's constantly going to have to light up the entire display instead of just the pixels or whatever. This is not AMOLED. This is not AMOLED. It's going to have to light up the entire display, which is your battery's going to take a hit, is what I'm trying to say. So disable those things and battery life will shoot through the roof, and you'll have real good battery life. Once again, ambient display, and the other one was raise to wake, and it's underneath the gestures. Forbes Tech in the building, what's good? So I haven't been keeping up with my comments. I got them here. Every now and then I see whoever's popping up in the room pop up. But yeah, so far, awesome phone. The cameras, the front-facing cameras, some people have an issue with it. Shout out to Clara Velez, 911. Some people have an issue with it as far as the front-facing camera. In my opinion, I like the front-facing camera. I don't have an issue with it. And the only issue that I do have with the rear camera is stabilization. It seems to me like the front-facing camera, since it seems to be more stable when I do my videos on it, or when I'm taking video footage on it. Since I'm holding it, to me it seems more stable in the front than it does in the rear. But they're both real good cameras. I just wish that it had optical image stabilization, at least on the back camera. Would have been nice. But overall performance is good, battery life is good. It checks all those things. The price is actually good. So at $449 right now, I think is what it is on Best Buy, Amazon, and I believe even on their website. I'm not 100% sure, but what I did notice is that their prices, as far as $449, actually went up. I think a couple of days ago when I had double checked, and the prices on both, or on actually all the websites actually had went up, as far as Best Buy, Amazon, and their own website. It went back up to $499. And I believe yesterday when I did my video live stream, it actually came back down to 449. Yeah, so shout out to EM for, it's back down to 449, but it was up at one point, like 48 hours ago, I think it was up. So I'm not sure if that had to do with the OnePlus 5T being released, but I caught that. I was able to catch that the price went up. OnePlus 5T got announced and the price went back down. So that's going to be its direct competitor right now at the moment. I think that the OnePlus 5T is going to be the one that's going to compete with this phone right now at the moment as far as the price goes, even though this is like 50 bucks cheaper. Am I considering the OnePlus 5T over this phone? I believe I am. I think it's going to be, not that I'm knocking the Essential phone. The Essential phone is a boss, and I think if you stick with the Essential phone, I believe you're going to get faster updates on the Essential phone than you will with the OnePlus 5T. So that I'm going to just put that out there right there. I believe the updates, from my experience and having this device for about 2 weeks, updates back to back, camera's been they're doing like supreme work, and I applaud them for that. When it comes to the updates, they've been pushing them out. So let me read some of these comments. Okay, Big House Productions. Hey Tony, did you pick up the 360 camera too? Haven't picked up the 360 camera. The reason why is because I've been reading, I like to read, and I've been reading that it's not so great. It's not worth the 200 bucks. It's not good for me to even judge that just based off what I read, but I should pick it up and judge it myself. But from what I've been reading, the camera's not real good. So let me read some more comments here. This is your preferred daily driver. Okay, Ryan asked me if this is my preferred daily driver. Right now I have two. I have a SIM card in here. You can see that the SIM card. Look, check out this is another thing that I wanted to point out. I don't know if you can see that real good, but my T-Mobile SIM card is inserted, but I have no signal. So I've been getting that a lot lately. I'm not sure if I'm just now noticing it or if it just happened with the recent update that I just got. I did get a software update, but I have two primary drivers which I always rock with, and one is the iPhone 10, which I'm recording this video with, and then the second one is the Essential phone. So I keep these two in my pocket at all times. I get calls, texts on both. Everything syncs across because I have a duplicate SIM on the Essential phone from T-Mobile. So it's the same SIM number, same phone number, same text messages. They just go into the both phones. So I get signal on both phones, same data coverage. So I do have my duplicate SIM here, and then I have my SIM, my original SIM on my iPhone 10. So D Star asks, which one do you like better, the iPhone 10 or the Essential? That's a real good question, and I'm gonna tell you right now that the Essential phone is going to be the one that I would lean more towards, simply because it just has a better build quality in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, the iPhone 10 is premium, but the Essential phone, to me, it feels better. If the screen, I think the screen is better on the Essential phone. I think the build quality is better on the Essential phone. I think the price is wonderful on the Essential phone. I think for $499 or for $449, this is the bang for buck right here. You also get a whole bunch more storage with the Essential phone, because I got the 64 gig iPhone 10, which is $1,000, and 128 gigabyte Essential phone is $449. So think about that for a minute. You do get better cameras on the iPhone, so that's why I'm kind of a 50-50 with it, because this has great hardware, great screen, great build quality, but the cameras are not the best. So that's why I lean towards the iPhone 10 when it comes to the cameras. The cameras are just monster on the iPhone 10. So let me read some more comments. Darcy says, iPhone X was released still in beta. Not worth the money with all the bugs. Well, yeah, that worth thing, as far as is it worth the money, that has to, you know, that depends on your pockets and what you, if you think that's what it's worth, and that's what it's worth. It depends on you. I personally, I don't think the iPhone 10 is worth $1,000. I think that's way overpriced. I think that's just crazy. I think that if it would have been $750, $900, that's good. But $1,000 for the iPhone 10 is just crazy. But yeah, guys, the Essential phone, it is a win no matter what, no matter how you look at it. It is for $449, so you can pick it up right now. As the posting of this video, it is definitely bang for your buck compared to anything that's out there. This has the highest screen to body ratio, 85%. It does have the best materials that you can have on a smartphone right now to date. So you have ceramic back, titanium all the way around the phone. It does have a gorgeous display. So the display is nice. This is a real nice IPS LCD display. Beautiful. And also the cameras are real good. Don't get me wrong, the cameras are good. They're just not the best cameras right now. They're not the best cameras, but they are real good cameras. So as far as what I recommend this phone over any other phone that's out there, you know, the OnePlus 5T just came out, so I can't really speak on that. But as far as what's out there right now, the Essential phone is the one to get when it comes to premium materials, premium screen, premium software. With that being said, I'm gonna probably end my portion of my review and giving you guys that this right here definitely get the thumbs up from me. And if you're planning on picking up the Essential phone, you know, it's an awesome device. You're gonna have a good time with it. Speaker quality on it, before I finish, is not the loudest, and it's the bottom firing speaker. It's not the loudest, but it sounds pretty decent. You know, it gets a thumbs up from me. And what else can I say? It's an all-around real good device. Let me see what KB has to say. KB in the building. Brian Harkins, lovely phone. Forbes Tech. I got to catch a stream last night. I was in there last night for a little while. The Essential phone was also a beta release. Yeah, it was. But yeah, that's crazy how these phones come out priced up so high, like $700. If it would have never came down in price, I'll be honest, I would have never picked it up. And that's just, I'm just being truthful right there. It did catch my eye when it first came out. I was like, wow, it's nice. But once I heard the price, I was like, I was like, I'm not paying $700 for that. It's a first generation phone from a company that I'm not very familiar with. So, but yeah, guys, this is going to be live stream my official review of the Essential phone. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Share the link out if you can, and I'll probably stay on here for a little bit longer. How long have I been on? 28 minutes now, so I'll probably stretch it out, take questions anybody has on the Essential phone. You can, if you're into, another good thing about this phone, before I forget, if you're into customizing rooting, ROMing, and changing the software on this phone, you can. There's already a Lineage OS ROM available for this phone. I believe there's TWRP recovery already available for this phone. So if you're into that stuff and you want to use this phone as you know, like a phone that you can actually try out different custom ROMs, and you can root and you can do all that good stuff, this is the phone that you may want to pick up. So I got a question from Todd. What's up, Todd? Is the Wi-Fi reception good? Well, the Wi-Fi reception, you can see there, I don't have, it's not all the way to the top. It's kind of iffy. I'll be honest, with my last software update that I got, let me see which build I'm running right now, but things might have changed here when it comes to the reception. Okay, so I'm on build number NMJ32F. So this is the build number that I'm on. If you're on that build number and you're having issues with Wi-Fi reception or just reception connectivity in general, as far as you know, your network and Wi-Fi, because I'm starting to have those issues I noticed with the Wi-Fi. I'm not sure if it's maybe that I have a couple of devices running on my network right now, but yeah, and I've noticed that, and I also, another good thing that this has that people haven't mentioned is it does have Wi-Fi calling for T-Mobile. So T-Mobile Wi-Fi calling, this is gonna work real nice. Let me show you that real quick before I forget. I know I saw that somewhere, T-Mobile Wi-Fi calling. So here you can see it. So it does have Wi-Fi calling. So Wi-Fi calling, bam, right there. And I have mine enabled. So it works great with Wi-Fi calling. Wi-Fi calling, I've placed several calls for, you know, 15, 20 minutes, and it does great with the Wi-Fi calling. So there you guys have it. My essential review. This phone is a boss. Don't let it slip by. I may keep this one. I was debating if I wanted to get rid of it, but I got it at a real good deal. I actually got it I paid $4.99 for it, and then I caught the deal, which was $4.49, and Amazon actually price matched me and brought my price. They actually refunded me $51, and then I had a courtesy, what do you call that, from Amazon. I had a courtesy gift card or something that they sent me, and that was 30 bucks. I actually picked this up for real cheap, even below $4.49. I got a real good price on it, so I may just hang on to it. Tana does tech in the building. Tana. So yeah, the Essential Phone review. This was my live stream review of the Essential Phone. This thing is a boss. I'm gonna stay here for maybe another couple minutes, answer some questions. Tana does tech just popped in the building. So it's essentially essential. Yeah, bare bones essential. There's basically, in the software that's running it right now, there's not a lot of customizations. I think there's just gestures, and that's about it. We do have swipe down with the fingerprint now, which has been out forever, and I just got a software update that actually enabled that. That works pretty good. So I've been having fun with the phone. The phone is beautiful, beautiful phone. Software, once again, 85% to screen to body ratio. Real nice. Good morning. Out of order, KB. So let me see what else I can talk about on this phone as far as how my usage is. One of you guys interested in to see what I have, the apps that I have installed on my phone. I'll go ahead and show you that. So the camera app on the phone, I didn't go into that. I should have went into that. The camera app on the phone does not have manual mode. So there's no manual mode. I guess the Pixel phone is like that. The Pixel phone has no manual mode, so you can't, adjust anything on there. But I'm being honest, I never use manual mode. So Will in the house, what's going on, Will? So I never use manual mode with any of my phones. Maybe I should get in there. BG Tech in the building. I still want to buy a 6P. Okay, so the cameras are not the greatest on the Essential Phone, but I'll take a picture. So the cameras are not the greatest. There is a delay when it comes to after you hit the shutter. There's a delay on the shutter. That's been there for a little while. It went away with their last update, and then for some reason it seems like it's back again. But yeah, guys, let me go ahead and see this. Let me show you guys what I do have installed, the apps that I do use on my Essential Phone. You guys, I do have Android Authority. I have Amazon. AfterShip is right here. I always use that when I'm tracking my packages. I love that. I love that app. It gives me your packages is in transit. It'll actually, every stop it takes, you'll get a notification and lets you know what state it's in and stuff like that. Basically, the usual apps. I do have my DJI Go app right here for my Phantom. That's one thing that my Phantom drone That's one thing that I haven't had a chance to test is this app on the Essential phone. As far as flying my drone, when it comes to the Phantom, my drone, I've had a better experience using iOS to fly it than I have with Android. For some reason, the app crashed a whole bunch on my S8 Plus, so I kind of just strayed away from using it on Android phones in general a lot. It just works better on iOS, I'll be honest. Will H says he's still having freezing issues. Mine hasn't been freezing. And these are the apps I got. Let me see what else I got. I got an i4. That's a camera module. Not a camera module. It's actually a camera, IP camera, which I have out in my garage. So once it detects any type of motion, it'll send me a video footage, live stream footage, so I could capture whoever's messing in my garage. So I got that. I have a GearBest app, Geekbench. You guys want me to run the Geekbench on here? Let me see, just the regular apps I have on here. And then I have an iSmart app, which is for my little action camera. Action camera on deck, my Chevy app. So with this app right here, I can actually turn on my car, It's cool, man. This Chevy app, what's it called? My Chevrolet app. I don't know if you guys have a Chevy or not, but it's a real cool app. I can actually unlock my car, track my car's location. I could turn on my car from the inside of my, from anywhere. I guess works on wirelessly. And it sends me information back as far as my diagnostics, vehicle diagnostics, air pressure, all that crap. This app is real nice. That's the my Chevrolet app. Then My Chart is actually a medical app. Are you running stock keyboard or third-party one? I'm running the stock keyboard. I believe it's the Google keyboard. I'll check that here in a minute. And Periscope. Anybody back on Periscope? I was heavy on Periscope for a minute, and then I quit going to Periscope. I got the app. I just never logged into it. Let me show you guys another app. The Google Rewards app. Does anybody use that app? That app is real cool. It's like a questionnaire app. They basically ask you questions they track your location. I was on Periscope for 30 seconds. That's big Tana. The Google Rewards actually, they kind of like track your locations, and depending on where you are, they'll send you questionnaires and then they'll pay you. So I made a few bucks on there. Here's where I'm at now with the Google Rewards, 11 bucks. Let me see. I'll show you how much I made total. That's how much I made total with the Google Rewards app. So I've made a couple bucks there, I might say. $88. Sorry. $88 I made on the Google Rewards app. So they've paid me $88 just for answering simple, basic questions. Lately they did get political, so I kind of quit answering them. But every time I see it, I just swipe it away. They started getting political on me. I don't like answering political questions. Google Rewards, is that business? Our opinions are worth money. Yes. So they basically send you questionnaires or ask you questions about stores you've been to, what you're into, what do you like a certain type. They ask you basic questions about you. I guess they try to personalize you, and then they pay you on it. They give you a couple bucks. So that's a real nice app. I like it. It pays for my it's been paying for my Google Play Music for a couple months now. Now I'm down to 11 bucks, but it's been paying for it every month. Let me see what else. And Facebook Messenger. I don't know why I have Next Radio on here. I don't think this supports Next Radio. Netflix, my banking stuff. Snapchat. I'm on Snapchat. If you haven't seen me on Snapchat, definitely follow me on Snapchat. I have this one disabled, but it's Tony Pazzo 216. And my Twitter. And yeah, that's about it, guys. I do use this. I use the crap out of this one here. YouTube Studio. That's like my favorite app. I like to go in there and see my yellow icons of death. Yellow monetized icons of death. That means you're not getting paid. And so far, let me see. So far, all of them are gone. All the yellow monetizations apps, or all the yellow revenue icons are gone. So basically what I do is, as soon as I get a yellow, I go to Twitter and I just blast them out. I blast YouTube out on Twitter, and they fixed everything. I had a whole bunch of them on here. Now I have zero yellow icons of death. Let me answer some questions on the Essential phone. If you guys have, hey, Art Dog in the building, are you still having connectivity issues? I'm having connectivity issues as I've noticed my T-Mobile status bar up and down, and sometimes I look and there's nothing there, like it's all the way down. So I'm not sure if it's doing that because I'm actually connected to Wi-Fi and it's not really pulling from that signal, and maybe it's turning off because I'm connected to Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi calling. So maybe it has to do with me being connected, Wi-Fi calling, and so since it's not using the network, it's like checking and then goes back down, and it checks and it goes back down. I noticed that as far as call quality or any issues like that outside of my home, when I'm out and about, I haven't noticed any call drops. Nothing like that. Just the indicator there, the network indicator going up and down. So as far as their customer service, somebody asked me that, D-Star, how is the Essential customer service? I haven't used it, so I haven't used their customer service. I actually picked up the phone from Amazon, which is the way I went because I'm not very familiar with the Essential phone. And if you remember in the very beginning, people pre-ordered these and they had, how was it? I can't remember exactly how it went, but people had ordered these and then they had hacked into the email system, and people were hacking or sending fake emails out to customers, and they were asking them for a picture ID so that they can send out or they can confirm their purchase. Do you remember that? This was a while back. So I decided not even to mess with Essential website. I'm not doing that because I remember that. I read that and I saw videos on that, how people were getting emails. In order to confirm your order, we need a picture ID. And that was very shady. That was different. I don't believe it was Essential doing that. I believe somehow they got hacked and they got everybody's email purchased. And they were asking for very personal information via email. So I remember that. So I'm glad that I never used the Essential website. I used Amazon. I use Amazon for everything. I love Amazon. I love their return policy, 30 days to return. So if you pick this up from Essential, they only gave you 14 days to return, I believe. If you pick it up from Amazon, 30 days return. So that's the way to go, you know, especially if you're not certain about this phone and you're not sure if 14 days is even enough to really enjoy this phone. Go to Amazon. Order the Essential phone. You got 30 days, buyer's remorse, and you can rock out with this phone for about 30 days, and then you can really decide if you want to keep it or not. And that's the way to go. That's how I would do it. I never bought from the Essential website because I remember that was a big, huge issue. Google it. And let me see. Any more questions? That's going to be it right now. I guess I'm done. Amazon Prime, yes, KB in the building. Amazon Prime, that's where I get everything. I love, like I said, their return policy is boss. No questions asked. You just send the thing back, and you get your refund like instantly. I think I've returned a lot of products. I'll be honest. Sometimes I buy things that I use for thinking that they're real good, and then when I get them, they're just ugh. So what I do, I return them. No shame in the game. I return them. If it's not what I expect them to be, I return them. And I've returned stuff. All I've done is request a return, and the refund has been back in my account before I even ship the product off. So that's how good Amazon returns policy is. Yeah, the essential, man. Go pick it up. I recommend you pick it up on Amazon. Maybe I'll put a link down below, and you guys could click that link, take you straight to Amazon, and you can buy this phone. It may go down, man, so you may want to save the link that I put down at the end of this video. You may want to save that because Black Friday is coming around, and this may drop drastically in price due to the OnePlus 5. So stay tuned for that. We'll see how that goes. That's going to be it for the video, man. I'm sorry about my shaky camera. I got it on this table, and this table is just like shaky. But that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of oh man. Hope you guys enjoyed my review of the Essential phone. This is a Boss device, premium materials, and I'm out. Peace. Links in the description for the Amazon Essential phone. If you want to pick it up from Amazon, I'll have the links in the description below. I'm out, guys. Peace.